Here's the result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He gets a C+. plus. This guy is rather so-so. Not too good, not too bad. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's not likely to go far in his career, even if he talks a lot about big plans. While he may be smart and appreciate clever ideas, he doesn't take much initiative or push himself when it's needed. You may hear impressive words, but you'll rarely see him grind day and night to climb up.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's more likely to quietly step back than fight through the problems. He won't shout or make a fuss, but you may notice him keeping to himself and avoiding tough situations. Don't expect big displays of courage or fast recovery. He prefers to escape stress rather than deal with it.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will see him as quiet and distant, not someone who causes fights or drama. He doesn't argue or push back much, and he rarely gets into loud disagreements. But his cold manner can make it hard for others to really connect with him or feel close.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your own career, he is more likely to distance himself than show pride or open support. He won't shout or argue, but you may notice that he becomes quieter and keeps more to himself. If you are hoping for loud cheers or warm pride, you may be disappointed.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he probably won't start fights or say hurtful things, but he may quietly feel uneasy or insecure. Instead of talking it out or showing support, he's more likely to keep his feelings locked inside and drift away emotionally. You'll need to be gentle and patient if you want to help him feel safe and valued.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He tends to handle money with care and likes things to be planned and organized, so you won't see him shopping wildly or wasting his earnings. He's thoughtful about spending and may even be strict with budgets, wanting to keep everything neat and in order. If you value stability and want someone who keeps a close eye on finances, he's a safe bet.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives a life he can truly afford and doesn't pretend to be wealthier than he is. You won't find him boasting or trying to impress others with expensive things or fancy talk. He's careful and wants his lifestyle to match his income, keeping things simple and real.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is likely to be tight with money and not very open handed or generous. His style is more careful and reserved, both with spending and how he treats people. If you're hoping for someone who is big hearted and happy to share, you might feel let down.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is honest about money and prefers things to be clear and well organized, so you are unlikely to catch him hiding bills or making sneaky choices. Instead of keeping secrets or trying to control every rupee in a harsh way, he likes to keep track and stay on top of things, sometimes a bit strictly. You might find him careful and maybe even stiff about budgets, but there is no tricky business behind your back.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be well planned and organized, but he may not step up and share the load himself. You might find that he keeps things neat around him, but expects you to handle most of the chores without much help. He won't argue or complain loudly, but he's quiet about his own part and doesn't show much enthusiasm for working together on house tasks.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to help by telling you how things should be done rather than actually rolling up his sleeves. You may see him pointing out what needs cleaning or how things should be organized, but he won't jump in and get his hands dirty with chores or diapers. Instead of sharing the messy work, he prefers to supervise and keep a close eye on routines.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He doesn't argue much to prove he's right, but he also doesn't make a strong effort to understand your side. Most of the time, he will keep quiet and shut down when problems come up rather than talk things through. For open and caring conversations, you'll need to encourage him gently and have a lot of patience.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he doesn't shout, say hurtful things, or act aggressive. Instead, he gets very quiet and withdraws, keeping his feelings inside. You won't see him slamming doors or throwing harsh words your way.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he does not get angry very quickly. He tends to stay calm and keeps his feelings bottled up rather than exploding or causing a scene. This can be good because you won't face sudden outbursts or yelling at home.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He rarely says sorry or takes responsibility right away. Instead of blaming you openly, he tends to go silent and avoid talking about the problem altogether. He isn't harsh, but he doesn't easily own up when things go wrong either.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he's likely to respect your boundaries and understand that no truly means no. He isn't pushy or aggressive and avoids creating conflict, so he will step back when you say you're not comfortable with something. His style is to keep things tidy and peaceful rather than forcing you into anything you don't want. Your safety and comfort matter to him, even if he doesn't say it out loud.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he doesn't take it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. He doesn't get hurt or act upset if you say not today. Instead, he quietly accepts what you say and won't make a big deal out of it. You won't see him sulking, nagging, or trying to guilt you.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He isn't interested in using personal things to hurt, tease, or embarrass you later. He may be quiet and reserved, but he respects boundaries and would never try to shame you or make you feel small.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. His quiet nature and preference for routine mean he isn't the type to chase after excitement or look for attention elsewhere. If your relationship means something to him, he will stick to it rather than look outside.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he is not likely to be over possessive, jealous, or controlling. He prefers to keep things calm and avoids drama, so you won't find him questioning your every move or acting suspicious about who you meet. He isn't the type to watch your phone, set rules about friends, or demand constant attention.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature is not likely to be a sign of a controlling personality. He tends to keep his feelings and opinions inside and doesn't try to control what you do or how you live. You won't find him trying to limit your freedom or demanding that you do things his way.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. While he may help with routines or making sure things are neat, he doesn't naturally jump in as a teammate for every parenting task. Be ready to carry the bigger share of the everyday parenting unless you gently encourage more from him.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't shout, yell, or make a scene. Instead, he stays quiet and may step back from the situation. His silence is his way of coping, and sometimes it can feel cold.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He will respect your role as a mother and keep things orderly at home, but may not openly support you as your own person with dreams and feelings. You won't find him arguing with you about your choices, but also don't expect big cheers, emotional encouragement, or thoughtful surprises. Encouraging him to talk and share can slowly build better understanding, but it takes patience.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is possible. While he may agree with your career before children, his need for routines and order could make him expect you to step back once you become a mother. Watch for small hints and be ready to talk honestly about your future so you don't end up surprised or sidelined later.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will act polite on the surface with your parents, but true warmth may be missing. You'll see him keeping conversations short and formal, doing what's expected without showing much friendliness or affection. He won't cause problems, but don't expect him to be loving or playful, just calm, reserved, and mannerly. He will quietly stick to his own ways and is not likely to adjust much to your family.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly by stepping back and staying quiet. He won't yell, create a scene, or add to the drama, but he also won't jump in to help sort things out. Instead, he may avoid talking about it and let you manage those tough moments on your own.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to expect you to be a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives, even if he seems more modern when it's just the two of you. In social and family settings, he prefers things to run in an orderly, calm way, so he may quietly hope you follow customs, dress nicely, and respect family rules. He won't demand loudly or lecture you, but his actions and quiet expectations can make you feel pressed to fit into the traditional role.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will most likely stay out of it rather than support you or side with his family. He doesn't like conflict and prefers to keep things peaceful, so he will step back and let you handle the situation on your own. Instead, he'll avoid the drama and may become distant, making you feel alone when you need backing.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is not likely to be a mummy's boy in a loud or clingy way, but he also won't easily choose your side in a conflict with his mother. When tension rises, he prefers to stay silent and avoid taking sides instead of supporting you openly or arguing for your point. You won't see him running to his mother for everything, but you also might feel that he keeps a safe distance, hoping the problem will disappear on its own.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
No, he won't share every detail of your fights or your private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and keeps personal matters to himself, even during tough times. This means your private life stays protected, but it also means he may not seek advice or support, leaving problems unsolved for longer.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all of this analysis, this guy gets a C plus. This guy is so so, not too good, not too bad, a bit mediocre. Being in a relationship with this man means living in a calm and well ordered environment, but one that can sometimes feel lonely or lacking in warmth. He keeps routines intact, avoids conflict, and doesn't bring drama, but he's often quiet, sometimes distant when it comes to sharing feelings or joining in fun.